Hi there. Obviously, first and foremost, just thank you for watching. I want to welcome you to the Faceless podcast. This initial video, I'll just be talking about number one, who am I, who I am, why I'm doing these in the first place, what led me to this point. Obviously, I do apologize. It's going to be a little bit rough. Not really used to this format, but then I look forward to growing and learning as it goes on. So, I mean, just the first question, who am I? Well, my name is Shepherd. A lot of you call me Sheps, whatever. I don't really mind as long as I know you're talking to me. I'm most likely to respond. And I was born in Zimbabwe, moved there when I was 7. Been living here ever since. Obviously, I go back and forth when we got the ability to do so. So I've had the privilege of essentially growing up in two different cultures, getting to see two different ways of doing things, which I think has kind of helped me get to where I am today. And not being super successful or nothing, but I mean, in terms of being able to be in a position where I can now sit down, articulate my thoughts, and hopefully get your opinions on them as well. That's the whole point of this. How have I got here? That might be a question you might be asking. Like, what is the whole point of this whole thing in the first place? Basically, growing up, when I was younger, extreme left, just think extreme left. That was me. Anything that had to do with anything to blame the white man for anything, that was me. That I'll hold my hands up. So me not wanting to be wrong, as I've got older, like if you know me, that those that know me, you know I hate being wrong. I thought, you know what? Let me learn the opposition's arguments. Like, let me learn what they're about. So when I debate them, discuss it with them, whether they be friends, family, whatever it is, at least we can have a conversation. And then it's through that process of watching some of the channels that are out there. I then discovered, okay, cool. Maybe some of my points are not as solid as I thought I was. So this process for me probably started, I'd say, three and a half, 4 years ago now. I was gonna name this first episode "Many Red Pills" because it feels like that's what I've gone through. It feels like I've just gone through the process of just having what I had learned, what I had taught, just being broken down incrementally, kind of step by step to get to the point that I am today, sort of thing. But I mean, the whole purpose of this, I'm not here to preach to anyone. I'm not trying to be the face of any movement or anything. I just literally, let me just dab a little bit of sweat because it's a little bit warm. But yeah, but literally, the purpose, I started to notice that not only in the black community, but people my age, obviously being born in '93, that in the urban areas mainly, we'd lost the ability to think for ourselves, formulate our own opinions. Like, and I started to see it. I saw it in myself first, where something would happen. There'll be a major event that would happen, and my first thing I'll do is look at the reactions of maybe the people that I look up to, artists, media personalities, and go, what do they think about this? And then go, oh yeah, I think that too, sort of thing. And that it started to bother me because I'm thinking, well, I'm intelligent. Like I'm not a incompetent person by any stretch of the imagination. Why can't I think of my own thoughts? And obviously through this process now of going out there to learn, going out there to do some research, not just taking things at face value, regardless of who they've come from, just doing a little bit of research myself as well, I started to realize, wait, hold up, I can think for myself. I do have my own thoughts. I do have my own views that I formulated myself through the results of then putting a little bit of work in. There's a lot of people out there that are doing the groundwork. They'll go to scholars, they'll go read all the primary sources, they'll go dissect certain situations for you, and then it's up to you to take that information and then process it how you see fit. But then I realized we weren't doing that, and I started to see it in some of my loved ones that really and truly that's not what was going on. It was, okay, let's look at what do they think over there? Okay, yeah, that's what I think as well. And I felt like it's an issue that needed to be addressed, and I've had this thoughts. Those who know me know I've been going on about this for about 3.5, 4 years now. And why now? You might be asking, why is it taking me so long? I'll be completely honest. Nerves, maybe nerves. Fear of what if I'm talking absolute nonsense, and in the aims of helping, I make the situation worse. Um, what just procrastinating, thinking, okay, let me wait for this right time. And I want to give a special shout out to my younger brother. We had a conversation the other day, and effectively he just gave me that the kick up the backside that I needed, in terms of, look, you've got all these thoughts, we have all these conversations, this is what you do all the time, you do naturally, you've got a passion for it, what you waiting for? And then, and you know, anyone who's an older sibling here will know what it feels like to have the younger brother talk sense that you can't rebut. Like I couldn't say nothing, so I just had to swallow the pill and just go, okay, let's bite the bullet. So, I mean, I've got a few things, because the whole point of this, I'm trying to make it. I'm not trying to make it too long. It's just a kind of intro to who I am, and I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. All I am is, I just claim to be someone who I think I can articulate my thoughts. I've got the ability to process information that someone else gives me, and formulate my own thoughts. And that's the whole point of this whole thing. Like, if I could get one person to say, you know what, disagree with me, I don't mind. Disagree with me, just know why you're disagreeing. So think about, okay, I disagree with Sheps because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Go out, do your research, find your evidence. Don't just start attacking character. Don't just start calling me. I've heard that, especially with what's going on at the moment, it's a bit of a sensitive time. I've seen it on my socials, people being called, you're not black, because you don't agree with everything I'm saying. And I'm there thinking, if you say, you can't say that to me. Like, I was born in Africa. What do you mean? Like, I was born 90 degrees in Africa. How I'm dark, like I'm looking at myself like I am black, like. So my whole point, going on to the name, like, why is it the Faceless Podcast? It's because I've pretty much very quickly realized that it's not about, yeah, it's not about what you look like, it's not about your identity, it's about, like, what's up here, your thoughts. I'm for diversity of thoughts, not just diversity of skin tone. And I do believe, given the right tools, given the right skills, given the right people pushing this message across, then that difference can start to show, and we can start to see communities such as one that I've grown up in. I've grown up in a council estate over here in the UK, and I'll probably touch upon some topics to do with that later on. Some of the issues that I've seen growing up on a council estate, I'll touch up on that later on. Yeah, and I think kind of getting this message pushed forward will help with regards to improving our communities. Like, there's loads of topics I want to touch on. It's not just going to be politics. It's not just going to be philosophy, economics. There'll be I aim to have some of my friends, my loved ones on here, having some of their opinions as well. Because one thing I want to encourage is positive debate. So we disagree, me and you don't agree. Let's debate the points, not my character, not who I am as a person. Let's debate the points. And I've learned that I've had heated debates with some of my closest friends, and we give each other a hug. He goes home, I go home, and everything's all good, because we understand we're not debating each other as people, we're debating the points. So that's what I'm trying to encourage by this channel. I've got plans for the future, which will be coming out as time moves on. And I mean, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I already know there's going to be some people that are going to be ignorant, who you can't change their minds. There's nothing you could do. Like, Jesus could come down right now and say you're wrong, and that doesn't matter. They've already made up their minds. They've already made up what they think. This is not who this is for. And I plan in the future episodes to be kind of maybe even touching up on that, knowing who's worth your time, knowing who's worth debating with, and sometimes you just have to let them go. Like if you're an adult, you've got the right to believe in whatever you want to believe in, as long as you're not infringing on my rights. So that's something I plan to go on a future topic as well. So my whole point is to kind of encourage that debate. And I know I might be repeating myself a little bit here. Encourage that positive debate, and encourage diversity of thought. I want people that look like me, don't look like me. People that grew up in upper class, middle class, working class like I have, to be discussing and looking to develop our community, our society through thoughts, not just through identity quotas, not just through certain social media activism that we're seeing nowadays, which has minimal impact on the actual day-to-day lives of some of the people that are struggling the most. So yeah, so that's the main thing that I'm looking to do. That's the main reason for this platform. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. Let's talk about it. Get active in the comments. Get active, sharing. If you think I'm talking nonsense, if you think I'm talking the truth, as well. If you've got situations maybe that you faced, at later episodes, I might be going live. I might be taking questions, because I just want to get talking to my people. And by my people, I don't just mean black people. I mean anyone that wants to engage in conversation. If you're racist and you want to, Sheps, what's all of this about? Message me. We can have that conversation. I want to talk to people that disagree with me. It's not going to be a shouting. It's not going to be a, I got you, or you're wrong and I'm right. I'm trying to showcase to my generation, to the younger generation, that it's okay to disagree. That's how change is made. Disagreements. And then we work towards the middle. We find out what's the best course of action to take. So that's the main message, really. And I hope hopefully people enjoy it. If you don't, then you don't. I'll just do it, use it maybe as a form of therapy for myself. But yeah, if you find it useful, like it, share it to whoever you want to. If you've got someone you're thinking, nah, what Shepherd's talking about is nonsense, I've got my friend right here. He's got his own platform, and he'll be able to send it to him, debunk it, but come with facts, evidence. Facts, evidence. That's the realm that we'll be trying to deal with. But anyway, it's just a quick video, to mainly introduce myself. So when you start seeing some of my videos coming out, at least you've got this video to reference to what my goals are, what my intentions are. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Nor am I trying to be some sort of messiah figure. I'm just here to share my thoughts, share my opinions, look at topical subjects, what's going on right now, comment on that, look at issues that I think are pre-existing in our communities, whether that be working class, whether that be the black community, whether that be just specifically the Zimbabwean community, and discussing those. And I look forward to engaging with people that disagree, and giving the general public out there, because I know there's a lot of people that are looking for that information, but they've been let down by the sources and some of the people that were meant to be going to give us the objective truth. And what's being preached right now is people's opinions, and but being masqueraded as facts. So I look forward to engaging with those kinds of people. But yeah, so it's just a quick video to introduce myself. Again, like I said, my name is Shepherd. Call me Sheps, call me whatever you want, as long as it's not I'll most probably be respond. And yeah, let's talk about it. Faceless Podcast.